Hi, welcome to this general collective tarot reading. We're just having a look at what the energies are, how it's impacting us, what we might be going through and moving through right now. So at the beginning of the reading, at the middle of the reading, we've got the King of Pentacles. This is really a time where we're starting to feel our own sense of grounding, our own sense of stability. This might not be stability that we imagined we'd feel, or it might feel different to the way that we have imagined it to feel in the past. This is something that we're producing from ourselves. This is something that we're finding and settling into in our own way. It's taken us a lot of strength to get here. If you're watching this, there may well have been a lot of things that you've been going through recently, a lot of things that you've been moving through where you've really had to call upon your faith, where you've really had to call upon your strength, where you've really had to allow yourself to deal with difficult and heavy things coming up. But you have made a decision. At some point along the line, you have made a decision, you have made a choice that you want to be true to yourself, that you want to represent yourself in this lifetime, that you want to move from a sense of your own power and your own purpose and your own, in many ways, your own identity even. These difficulties that have been coming up recently, it's got to the point where there has been almost such a culmination of events or such a culmination of feelings that have brought you to a point where that is almost allowed to break itself. So what that's given way to and what you're feeling right now, what you have great access to right now, is a different level of mental clarity, is a different kind of understanding about what is yours, what the natural state of your mind is, and what is just a perpetual reaction, an ever ongoing, ever unfolding reaction, which just kind of keeps itself in this loop. What you've experienced recently is the breaking of that loop. What you've experienced recently is the completion of that. So even if things have been heavy, and even if you've been coming up against things in your physical life, in your physical reality that have been challenging and difficult, this is literally the finishing of a chapter, the folding out of everything that had been built before this point, before this moment of clarity that you're in, before this moment of clarity that you're finding, which is helping you to establish a different relationship with stability, a different relationship with what it means to be wealthy, a different relationship with what it means to feel absolutely safe and grounded, but beyond that, completely supported, completely resourced, completely protected. In the coming days, there's still potentially going to be worries coming forward, and these are coming forward to be released. There's absolutely nothing that you need to worry about right now. What you are creating is being built. What you are creating is moving in around you. This is why this is more to do with your own sense of stability than some previous idea of stability. That's the shift here. You're managing to see something in your mind now that allows you to approach this from a different place, to see it differently, to create something that is solely for you, and to acknowledge that support and abundance and freedom and stability for you may feel or may look different to what you've been told it's supposed to look and feel like, right? It seems that there's, in a lot of cases, for a lot of people, a worry or a fear about letting go of the fight, a worry or a fear about letting go of the struggle. This is something that is put into us, that we are only okay if we struggle. We are only okay if we fight. We are only okay if we're kind of like ready, prepared for battle. And it's an energy that goes with survival mode. It's an energy that goes with self-protection when we do not believe that we are divinely protected, abundantly protected, naturally protected. This is coming out of, or this is reflecting the little pieces, the little places where our belief, our faith, our trust in ourselves and in the greater network, in the greater system, in the greater kind of consciousness that we are a part of is shaky. So again, that's why in the next few days, there may still be some anxieties coming forward. There may still be some worries coming forward. This is connected to the places and the parts where we don't feel yet fully connected, fully supported, fully in our trust, fully in our faith. And this sense of trusting in ourselves is really, really important. Everything is kind of bringing us, calling us in. Again, because we began this journey in many ways, the decision that we made was to live in authenticity with ourselves. The decision that we made was to build a life that was for us, from us, around us. And so this is kind of what's being brought up. What are the places that we can't quite trust, that where what we feel within us and what we are aligned to within us is also what is aligning outside of us and what is being aligned around us. What we want, spirit wants for us to. What we want, the universe wants for us to. However challenging and however difficult this moment of transition has been, because it is a transition, it's a huge, big shifting point that we're in, and we're much more on the shifted side of it now than on the shifting side. So there's real positivity there with the clarity we're finding. This is going to bring such a beautiful outcome. Yeah, the outcomes are going to be beautiful. This is about beautiful outcomes. This is about beautiful manifestation. But more than that, there is this sense that we are managing now to step into this feeling of celebration and this feeling of coming home and being happy and being content and being fulfilled, deeply fulfilled, at a deeper level, at a different kind of level than the fulfillment we might get from the small pieces that make us feel safe when we feel generally unsafe. Right now, we are learning to feel so safe, so supported, that the happiness, the fulfillment is kind of seeping out of us. It's being generated from the inside, and it's that energy we're moving into. It's that energy that's going to continue to carry us forward and take us forward. You are definitely moving in the right direction. We are definitely moving towards the things that we're looking to create. We are definitely moving towards places of celebration and joy in ways that, again, we will not necessarily fully expect. There's a sense that this is not only the establishing of something new, but where in the past, when we've been through changes, we might have had to go really slowly, one step at a time, one level at a time, really building foundations, really pulling things out. We've been going through these processes that have called on us and forced us to do that. Now there's a slight difference in it. It's almost the way that we start to move forward surprises us, because the work that we have already done has paved the way for everything to kind of find itself coming together quickly, find itself coming together in a form that feels immediately complete. And that's why this manifestation, this new phase of being, this thing that we're stepping into is different to the ideas that we might have held in the past about what it means to have stability, what it might mean to even to have that level of happiness and joy, what the difficulties might be around that, what we might be afraid of in actually accepting that as a position that we're ready to step into. So yeah, this is a really, really beautiful reading. Keep doing what you're doing. The good stuff is here. The good stuff is continuing to come. The shifts that you're going through are huge. The shifts that you're going through are literally changing your entire sense of reality and the reality that you experience. Sending you loads and loads of love. Please do like and subscribe so that you can continue to get notified when I post videos. And you can follow me as well on TikTok and on Instagram. See you soon.